What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. This video is really important to me because one of my very close friends is here with me today. Kajal, welcome and thank you so much for doing this. Kajal, before I blow the trumpet for you, how about you just go introduce yourself?
All right. Hello, everybody on Kavach's channel. I'm really glad that I finally made it. This is some elite shit, I'm telling you guys. But yeah, I am Kajal Fitkariwala. I studied with Kavach at Christ University, though I did my BBA from another campus, but we were in the same theatre team in the beginning. So that's what connected us. And yeah, after my BBA from Christ University, I went on to work as a compliance analyst at D. Shaw & Co., where I finished my 3 years almost. And the trumpet that Kavach wants to blow is that after 3 years of my hard work at D. Shaw, I have made it to the best B schools in the country, IIM Ahmedabad and Bangalore.
Wow. Guys, she's trying to sound modest, but trust me, this journey is not very easy. Making it to Shaw at the first place, you guys have watched the previous video with Vidul, so you know it's like an 18.5 lakh rupee package and really very tough to make it. And then obviously IIM Ahmedabad and Bangalore. Wow. Congratulations, that's amazing. Super proud. Kajal, I was there with you in the first year when both BB and BB Honors were there in the central campus. Then we had to move to the Banagatta one. But in general, looking back at those 3 years in Christ University, how were it, and how did it actually help you throughout your journey and obviously to IIM and B?
Okay, so let me say this out loud: making it to Christ, or at undergraduate level, it's not about making it, it's about you choosing a college, right? Is level par aake, it's about where do you make it. Going to Christ was by far the best decision I made in my life. I say this hands down because Christ changed my life. I was a completely different person from a completely different kind of a background, and when I walked into the campus of Christ University, it opened up like doors of opportunities that I could explore for the next 3 years of my life. And I found some amazing friends, some amazing faculty, and some amazing experiences which just changed everything about me, every single thing. And I feel like the kind of environment that Christ gave us, right? I think everyone who has gone to Christ will say this, they were making us, slog like a schoolgoer, but they were giving us flexibility. And that combination of slogging and flexible work environment is what made me get into D. Shaw at first, right? I mean, D. Shaw came to campus like in July. I had just stepped into third year of college, right? But still, Christ had given me so much in 2 years that my interview went on for 40 fucking minutes, okay? Where I could just talk and talk. Yeah, like I had content because Christ gave me that much content to talk for in just 2 years of my experience in college. So yeah, Christ will always be the first stepping stone of my career, and nothing can take it away from that.
Wow, that's great. Kajal, now I know there is never a right answer to work experience wala thing. Like some people go to like the best B schools without having work experience, some go. Now you here had 3 years of work experience. A lot of people say that itna kaam kar loge that you can't even prepare for CAT and all of those things, and you've done that. Tell me, just wanted to know your personal choice. What do you think? Is work experience required, important, mattered, or is it not required, or it was just luck?
See, I feel like from my own perspective, I don't know what it feels like to be a fresher applying for college, right? Because I did not do it in my fresher year. When I was graduating from college, I already had a job which I was sure I'm going to take up. So I don't know exactly from that, putting myself in those shoes, that what difference would it have made. Currently also, it's been 5 days that I got my offer from these colleges. And on the groups that I am, on the channels that I am, there are a lot of freshers, okay? But I've not had that conversation to know. For me, WorkX did matter because it made a lot of difference also, right? Because I learned so much of practical knowledge. And what happens when you have work experiences, that it diversifies your portfolio when you're sitting for these interviews of MBA colleges, right? Now they don't only just have academics to talk about, they have something else also. So even if you probably did not do as great in academics during your 10th and 12th in college, you can make it up if you did good work in your work experience or wherever you worked in your corporate life. And for me, having D. Shaw was another great added advantage because I did a lot of different kind of work in D. Shaw in the last 3 years, and that also helped me shape up what my interview looked like for A and B. Yeah. So I feel like it did give me an edge, but yeah, like you said, it was very, very difficult managing to study and prepare for interviews while doing your work correctly and on time, and that too in the middle of this stupid pandemic. it was.
But I think like having work experience also helps you like navigate for your long-term goals. Like MBA is just the path to that, right? It's not the ultimate thing. So I think having to be in the industry for 3 years would have helped you.
Yeah, of course. And I feel like in my, there's something called a positive reinforcement and something called a negative reinforcement. Yeah. I feel like my 3 years of work ex was my negative reinforcement, right? Okay. I was ready to break out. I was like, it gave me, my work ex gave me the picture that, okay, what all things I don't want to do. So now I know walking into MBA, I don't know what I want to do. Okay, I'll be very, very honest. I don't know. I am waiting to explore the next 2 years and find new opportunities. But at least I have a list of things I don't want to do, which I have cleared out only because of my corporate life experience.
Okay.
So it does help you probably that way.
Okay. So one question I just struck my mind right now, Kajal. How did you? Now I've been into corporate as well, so I know it's very tough with like the managing hours and constant assignments and seniors just being there behind you all the time to send emails and send the work done. So how did you manage preparing for CLAT? What was your strategy about going about it, and how much did you end up scoring?
Let's not talk about how much I ended up scoring. But yeah, about my strategy and all, to be very honest, I did not take CAT as seriously as I should have, because for me it was more like I'm sitting at home, I was working from home, and I had the time to do it. Like even 2 years when I was working from office, I never thought about it because I thought, okay, I don't have the time to do it. I just feel like the pandemic and work from home situation gave me a lot of flexibility in terms of timings. So I could get up in the morning, prepare for classes, sit for classes. In the evening also, I could drop off work and then just prepare, sit and study and all of that. So there was no strategy per se. I joined Time. I will say this. Time did help me a lot. Like they have a good course content. I'm not sponsoring or publicizing them, but they do have good course content, and in the sense that, you could go back to topics and revise. And for me, it was never like, "Arey, meko 99% I'll lana hai," and all of that. I didn't have that also, to be very honest. I didn't score that much also, to be very honest. But I just knew that I have to clarify topics and work according to that. So I did work on my weak points a lot. And CAT always surprises us. The only section that I worked the least upon, saying ye to mujhe aata hai, I will do it, was the toughest this year. Right. So it does make a lot of difference. But I think if you want to do it, I got lucky that it was a work from home situation. I will say this, that if I was probably working in office, I wouldn't have cracked it.
Okay. Wow, awesome. So now for the next 2 years, like you've already told that you'll be figuring out navigating, but what all still do you plan to achieve like after the MBA now? Where you headed after that?
So I do have a couple of my ideas. Like, of course, when I was preparing for these interviews, like, I don't know if you guys know this, but this very important question that every freaking B school will ask you in their interview: why do you want to do an MBA? Or why MBA now? So I did have a very, written answer prepared, ratified with complete every word to word. But it did, while I was preparing that answer and memorizing it, I did figure out a few things. And there were a few sectors that I wanted to go in. Like I said, I figured out what all I don't want to do. So from that perspective, I charted that, okay, fine. I am a finance student. I have been a finance student through and through. So that is not going to change about me, because I have this innate love for accountancy and finance, which I don't think, I don't want to give it up. I want to try new things within finance, but I don't want to give up the domain altogether. But my first motivation will be towards going and figuring out, because I know there is a bidding system for selecting elective courses and stuff in these schools in the second year. Yeah, so you can't just decide and do finance. You have to get this course. So my attempt in the first year will be to focus completely on my GPA overall, so as to make sure that my prospects for picking up finance subjects is better. And then from there, I will aim at obviously the best investment banks and the best finance consulting jobs, which are going to come my way. But I'm also open to exploring entrepreneur ideas if something comes my way. I've always been very business-minded, coming from a business family. So yeah, I'm very excited that so many options are going to be.
Yeah,
that excitement had died down in the last 3 years. This is one thing I will say, that excitement had died down because I knew exactly how my life will look once, in this company or in this organization,
right, I know,
or in this corporate.
And the thing is, it's a very mundane life. So this one is just like, wow, a new journey altogether.
Yeah, and I have no idea where it's going. And for the first time ever, not knowing is making me feel really happy. So.
That's great. Wow, yeah. I mean, it's just just feels so good. And now, Kajal, you've cleared, in fact, IMA and B. Have you cleared others also? Like, have you converted other calls also?
Yeah, I think not to blow my own bugle away, but I've converted all the calls that I had.
So which one? Now you have to tell all these things because people watching this will like, कितनी आई थी इसकी cat में और क्या क्या हुआ? So tell it Rahul. Cat में कितना आया and how many calls you converted?
Okay. So I didn't get a call from IIM Calcutta, okay, because I scored good in CAT but terrible in accounts. So I didn't get a call from IIM Calcutta. It does pay to be a girl and a non-engineer for IIM calls. Again,
definitely.
Diversity quota does really matter a little bit to these colleges. I will say this. So I had my IIM Ahmedabad interview not online, right? Even in this situation, in March, they called us at a center to give the interviews in person, right? Okay. We didn't have it on Zoom. We went to the center. There it was a video conferencing, but we had to go to the center.
Okay.
I didn't understand why, but okay. Big colleges, you can't say anything about it. Yeah. But so I went there, and at the center, there were about 24 students in that slot or something. I was the only girl. Right, I was the only girl. That day I felt a little confident, right? Even before I walked into the interview, I felt a little confident that, okay, fine, I am the only girl. It is going to make a difference at least somewhere. I'm pretty sure there'd be other girls in the slots and other panels, but the 24 people that I went and interviewed with, I was the only girl. So that also does matter. I didn't get a call from Calcutta. I got a call from all the other IIMs. Wow. So there are 20 IIMs in the country, so I got a call from all of them. Wow. And I converted all of them except I think I'm waitlisted in Indore, but that waitlist isn't a too long one. It's a 40-50 waitlist.
Right.
So
basically you know killed the cat, as they call it. You've done everything that is required. Wow. So like I'm pretty sure I think the battle is against like I am Ahmedabad versus Bangalore. You studied in Bangalore for 3 years. So what do you plan to do? Have you decided it?
So, okay, that is not my consideration. Like my friends are telling me that, okay, come back to Bangalore. What are you doing? Some people are telling me that, okay, it's been Bangalore 3 years. Now give a chance to another city. But first of all, COVID situation, I have no idea when will I ever get to go to that city, either Ahmedabad or Bangalore. So I'm not taking that into consideration. Plus, I've seen the life of my seniors and my cousins who've studied in IIMs, and all of them have had a very busy life, which has nothing to do with the city at all. Now, the decision is very tough. It is just before this call, I was making my pros and cons sheet, A versus B, watching videos, campus tours and everything. I'm telling you, they are so close. I feel like everybody has told me, this is a elite people ka struggle, and I feel so honored and humbled that I have the opportunity to, go through this struggle or make this decision. I just hope I make the right one. Although I don't feel like there is a wrong decision in this.
Yeah. Wherever you go, everything is going to be fine.
Yeah, I still hope that I make the right decision and choose the college which is well suited to me, because I feel like A and B there isn't a difference between the rankings. Some like A ranks in few things and B ranks better in a few things. So
awesome. So yeah, Kajal, that is majorly what I had. But yeah, before you leave, a lot of people who are watching this video are the ones who are joining college right now, like in a couple of months from now. So what is that one advice that you would want to leave them with?
Okay, so even I am one of those people who is going to join college. So after 3 years of working in corporate, it is completely like going back to school, and I don't know how to prepare for it. The anxiety is real, let me tell you.
I know.
The one thought that I will leave you with is that any college at any level, 2 years or 3 years or 4-year course, whatever it is a bag of possibilities waiting to open, right? And this is what I have in my mind. So this is and plus this is the only free time you're gonna get. All the seniors that I've spoken to have told me that please stop freaking out already. Please enjoy the next 10, 15, 40 days of your life that you're getting, because once college starts, there is no looking back, there is no stopping, there is no breathing, there is no sleeping. So I feel like we should just soak it all in, and we should prepare for the best that is coming. And no matter where our life goes after these 2 or 3 years, at this point of time, just make sure that you enjoy the next 2 years as much. And that's what my plan is. Pad liya bahut aur bhi pad lenge. But I feel like I hope to get to go to campus as soon as I can, so that I can enjoy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all those people who are watching also would be dying to get into the campus. So
I mean, it's pointless, man. What
I
is
know,
this?
yeah, this is
Study
just
from
the toll
home.
on everybody. But yes, thank you so much. I think that's majorly it, Kajal. Thank you so much for doing this. Means a lot.
Thank you
wish
so
all
much
the
for
very best.
calling me on this.
No.
I had.
I am
I didn't
so
know
proud
I had
to
it
know
in me to
you
make it
making
here.
these big leaps. We can go on to that. I'll just, put it up. So thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Comment below if you have any doubts, questions, queries, and do please share this video with as many people as you can. Take care, guys. Bye bye.